Hello and welcome to IndieWorld.com Python tutorials. I am the doctor and I will be going through on how to use Python. First of all, I'd like to uh, go over what Python is. Python is a high-level general-purpose programming language. You can create web applications, games, and just general applications in general. You may see it in high schools, um, middle schools if they have a programming class, or especially in college for an entry-level programming class. It's really simple to learn and it is really easy to understand. Some companies that use Python just in-house are NASA, Google, CIA, Nokia, and a few other ones. Well, not a few, but there's a bunch of them out there. Well, let's start talking about Python. Now, Python is a nice little programming language I've been learning for the past couple of years, and I want to pass on my knowledge to everyone else. So here I am making this video. To get started, you'll have to download and install Python. This tutorial is actually for the Mac, or for Windows. I'm sorry, I'm actually on my Mac running a virtual machine right now. So, just python.org/downloads and download Python 3.4.0. It will automatically create a link for Windows, Mac, Linux, or whatever one year of operating system you're running. Now, personally, I don't like IDLE, the IDE that comes with Python. I grew up with IntelliSense, and I've gotten accustomed to it, so what I've done is I found a plugin for Visual Studio called PyTools for Visual Studio. This plugin supports Visual Studio 2010, 2012, and 2013. Just download the corresponding one you need from here. So you got 2010, 12, and 13. And then they also give you some samples and how to use the Connect system with Python and a bunch of other ones. Now, if you don't have Visual Studio, you can get it for free. The Express Edition, they tell you how to do it and everything. They show you the installation guides and everything, so I won't go into that. But if you want to use IDLE, that's totally fine. I won't be using it for when I'm in my doing Windows tutorials. Anyways, so after you download Python, install it, and whatever else you would like for Python, me, I don't have anything else installed right now. Let's head on over to, if you install PyTools, let's head on over to Visual Studio. I'm sorry, my allergies are acting up. And just create a new project. Python, if you install it for Visual Studio through PyTools, the plugin will be under Other Languages, Python, and then just Python Application, and let's call it Program 1. And then hit OK. Now while it's doing its own little thing here, creating it, I'll show you IDLE. This is the shell. You have to go to File, New File, and then you can create it. Just type in all the code that I produce in Visual Studio, and then you'll just hit Run Module or F5. But I don't like IDLE, and I'm sticking with Visual Studio. Now, it actually comes up with a Hello World program for you. So if you just hit Start, it will run, compile, and bring out this Python exe, and say hello world, press any key to continue, and it is done. Well, that is a little too easy for us. So we're going to delete that. Now I'm going to go explain a little bit of their syntax. So if you have had programming before, you may be used to backslashes as comments. They're not comments in Python. Python comments, if you want a multi-line comment, there are 3 apostrophes and 3 more. And you'll have your multi-line comment. Alright. Or if you want a single line comment, you can do 3 single line comment 3. The easiest way for a single line is just to pay out of the number sign and single line comment here. Alright. That's how you comment code in Python. I'm not great at commenting my code, so hopefully I'll be able to keep up with it. Alright. So we're going to do a for loop. Now, Python syntax, you may be used to, let's say, C#, C++, Objective-C, regular C, where they have, let's just say, C#, you have void, play, and then you have that. Well, Python doesn't have the brackets, or they don't have void for methods. Everything in Python depends on your indentation. So, we're going to make a little for loop to begin. So you have for x and range from 0 to 3, so it'll loop 3 times, colon, and Visual Studio and Idle will automatically end it for you. And let's do print x is plus x. And that's it. So what we'll be doing is looping x from 0 to 3, so it goes 0, 1, 2, and stop. And then, oh man, allergies, horrible. Oh, yes, I forgot. Okay, this is another reason I like Visual Studio or the Python tools. It actually comes back with a little bit more information on the errors. I forgot to turn x, this x right here, into a string. So to do that, you just say str parentheses parentheses. Alright, sorry about that. So x is 0, x is 1, x is 2, so that looped 3 times. Now, we're at another loop. Let's see again, indentation. So this is still within that for loop. So we'll print still in for loop. Alrighty, try it again. Still in for loop, still in for loop, still in for loop. Now, if we go enter backspace, go all the way back and line it up, line our cursor up with 4, the F of the 4 will be outside of the for loop, and we'll print outside of for loop here, and you'll notice that that only gets printed once. See? So you have still in, still in, still in, outside of for loop once. So as you can see, it's all based on indentation. There's no brackets, there are no semicolons. They're only pretty straightforward. So we'll do another loop here. We'll do a while loop. So x is, let's see, we'll make x equals 1 here. So while true, this is another one. Sorry, apparently I can't spell. While true, and indents for me, we're going to do print hello, my friends. And then do x plus equals 1. So we'll do while 7 while true be x is less than 10. So while x, the number x, we'll change that to 0, is less than 10, it'll print hello from my friends. Alright. And then after it prints that, it'll add 1 to x until x is greater than 10. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, my friends. And that is, excuse me. Okay. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. And I still do. Okay. Alrighty. You can make while loops however you want. I'm pretty simple. So that's pretty much it for right now. Print to screen. This is just print to screen. You also have, like I said, your for loops for x in range 0 of 20 colon, let's say print x. And this time it will just print x. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I just wanted to go over the basics, show you how indentation works. Alrighty. Again, also if you want that line break, back forward slash n should be it. Or is it backslash? Yeah, it's forward slash n for a new line break. In the next tutorial, I will be adding in user input for loops, how to pull in user input from the console. After that, I'll be working on, let's see, if else also with the user input, and after that we'll move on to tkinter, which is Python's built-in GUI system. It is a lot of fun to work with. It's just very hard to get everything just correct in there. So, we'll also be, once we get into the GUI, I will be going into how to modularize and how modularize your program and adding in classes and definitions in Python. For right now, that would be it. I hope you guys have a good one, and please leave comments on how I can improve these. These are pretty much the first tutorials I've ever done. So let me know how I can improve these tutorials for you guys. Thank you.